How's it going, everybody? Doing a drink review here today. Soft spoken. I'll be softly speaking. Sorry. Doing a drink review here today, and then we'll be doing some gum chewing movie reviews of Super Mario Galaxy movie and Scream 7. So, the drink we'll be reviewing is Red Bull Iced Vanilla Berry. The iced edition, sugar free. You would have seen this. And it's going to be my last energy drink for a bit. Again, I do kind of, I'll start to review them and then I'll stop for a while. I don't like to drink these things. I don't drink them consistently by any means, but I don't really like to drink them much at all. To be honest, like I said, I only drink them in the reviews. I don't drink them outside of reviews, but I've still, the amount of shit they pump in some of these things. But this one didn't score too terribly on Yuka. But, does this have to be? No, I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. I'm not seeing. I look around to see if it says shake it. Nice smell, actually. It's not bad. It smells better than it tastes. I am getting a little bit of the vanilla kind of taste, but you obviously taste the berry in there. How many, what's the number on here? Oh, this doesn't even have a lot of caffeine in it, huh? 114 milligrams, really? Well, it's still higher than sodas, right? It's, with these energy drinks, some are like, they're like, you're like, oh my god, it's lower than I would think. Because I think energy drinks, I'm thinking at least 200 plus. And some are like 300, I believe. It's not bad, though. Not great. Speaking of gum here, the gum chewing I'll be doing in a minute, it has a little bit of a gum taste to it. I'm trying to think of a score. As I'm drinking more of it, I'm losing. It's losing its appeal. I'm going to go 6 out of 10 on this one. The mix isn't bad. It tasted good out of the gate. Because sometimes drinks, let me know if you think this as well in the comments down below. In the comment down below. Sometimes drinks, like as I get further down the drink, it like loses that flavor. Like the flavor goes away quick, almost like a gum. Maybe not as fast, but it's not bad though. But it's not. I give it a 6. It's not terrible. Better than average, but not by much. It's a decent blend, but it loses that taste too quickly, and it kind of gets. It almost tastes a little bland now. I'll continue to drink that though, most likely, or not. On to the reviews. I'll start with the Super Mario Galaxy movie. We watched that the other night. Friday night, maybe we saw it. Was it Friday? Or was it Thursday? I can't remember. I think it was Friday night. I don't know. It was like 3 days ago. I can't even fucking remember. If you follow me on Instagram, you'd know what I've given this. I'm going to go out of 5 here. I was going to do 10 here, but I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. I'll tell you why. It's not a bad movie. I know it's one of the fans are creaming their jeans over it. The critics think it's not a pile of shit, but don't think much of it. I'm kind of in between that. It's fine. These are not going to be long reviews either. And there'll be some spoilers here. But in this one, Bowser's still small from the first one in the beginning. Bowser Jr. appears with Kamek. They grab Rosalina, and it goes from there, right? And you would have seen a lot of this in the trailers that the characters were in this. They showed a lot. Mario and Luigi find Yoshi in the beginning. The thing, this is, for me, the kind of movie I watched once, similar to the original one, which I think was better than this one. To me, the story is just kind of, it's like, it's total fan service, which is fine. If you're into that, like, I could see people loving this. I didn't hate it by any means. I would watch this movie again. Like, I watched it. It looks great. Like, the animation stuff is fantastic. Everybody who does the voices is solid. And some of the fan service I enjoy too, oddly enough. This was revealed too, but like I said, there will be spoilers here, so if you want to listen to this, stop after the drink review. Unless you don't care. I'm not going to spoil like every beat, but I know I've been told this too, and I know it. I'm bad. Like, I start talking about that, I start spoiling more because I'm getting into talking about whatever movie I'm talking about. But this got revealed too. Star Fox is in it, and to me, he was the best part. I want to see a Star Fox movie, but they explain how he's there. He gives you his little quick story. He gives a nice little intro and stuff. Like I said, it looks great. The movie looks great. There's some fun stuff in there too. That's the thing. You could be like, you could sit here and just say it's a fun movie. Now, if I'm comparing it to the Sonics, in the sense of just video games, obviously Sonic blends the CG with the humans, and I think the Sonic movies are a lot better in my opinion. I just think they're better made. They have better stories. They're just just as fun too, and they're not as like they do the fan service too. But this movie, it's just like they just start grabbing shit from every random Mario game, and they're like, oh, okay, here's Mario Galaxy, but it's obviously Mario Galaxy's kind of the main thing, right? So you got Rosalina, you got the little star dudes, whatever they are. The bee pops up. But you got Mario Sunshine elements in there. Mario 2. Super Mario Bros. 2 pops up there. Those characters for like 5 minutes, not even. I'm not going to say Star Fox pops up. That's his own different franchise. There is a post-credit scene. I won't talk about it. But it's just, they throw to me, it's not super coherent. It's just like, here, it's just, to me, it's kind of a jumbled mess. And I know people are going to love it, and that's great. And it's going to make a shit ton of money, and that's great too. Because I want to see Star Fox. I want to see some of the other stuff. You know. Now, admittedly, this is tailored more towards kids. If you're older like me and you have the nostalgia of a Mario 2, and for people younger than me, Mario Galaxy now, which has been out a while, Mario Sunshine, Mario World, I'm sorry, Yoshi first appears. Well, Yoshi first appears in that in the Mario. He's in Yoshi's Cookie. Did that come out around the same time though? Yeah, there was a couple NES games, but they actually might have come out after Mario World because NES was still pumping out games after the Super Nintendo came out. But I don't know for sure. And you're seeing a lot of classic enemies as well, and they all pop up. The usual. I'm not going to go through nuts, but it's just like it to its credit, it doesn't. It's not slow paced at all. So that's a thing I like too. It kind of just moves, but it almost moves too fast. To kind of like, what? Oh, that? Okay, you know. But like I said, 2.5 out of 5 for me. It was all right. It was decent. It didn't suck, but in my opinion, it's not the greatest thing ever either. I fall in that with a lot of things because I think people pump things up. You have the critics in some cases will downplay something, and then the fans, I almost feel like they need to now, because the critics have said it's not good, they need to say it's better than it kind of is. Like there's this weird, like, when they're both on the same page, it sucks, or it's great typically. But they didn't. I think he got like 44% or something. It's not like it was, and that's obviously all the critics combined. Like Rotten Tomatoes just brings the critics in. It just averages their scores, and sometimes the scores are actually weird because a 2.5 typically shouldn't be rotten, but they'll count it as that. So it kind of gets weird there. Because typically a 2.5 stars, you'd be like, oh, it's all right. But I didn't hate it. There was some cool stuff. I love Star Fox, which is weird because I shouldn't be like, oh, the best part is Star Fox. He's not even part of this franchise. A lot of people think that it's going to lead to like a Super Smash Bros. Type thing. Which for me, I mean, it'd be kind of a cool spectacle, but I'm not a Super Smash Bros. Fan. Outside of the one on the GameCube, I played a good amount of. And I played bits and pieces of the original, and it might have been the Wii one. Was that Brawl? But the Super Smash Bros. Melee, I actually played a shit ton of on the GameCube. But like, I want to see Star Fox, like Zelda. I know they're doing live action, right? Zelda, but you can. I mean, I always have like dreams of them making like a live action, or you could do an animation as well. F-Zero, and I feel like an F-Zero show or movie could be like gritty and kind of more mature. But it's a fun movie. I understand why people like it. To me, it's kind of like, yeah, I enjoyed it. Not immensely. It was enjoyable enough. I would not watch it again. Just like the first one I saw it the first time, I'm like, okay. I prefer the Sonics. I'm more of a Sonic guy when it comes to movies, but I'm more of a Mario guy when it comes to the games. But if you're into them, if you're into seeing all that stuff and kind of the fan service, you're gonna love it. And like I said, it looks incredible. Like, you're not gonna be bored watching it. It's just if you're looking for like anything deep, which wouldn't be expected, right? I understand that you're not gonna expect that. It's a freaking kids movie essentially, with people like me, younger people, more for the nostalgia, right? I'd go to 2.5. Maybe even like a 2.75 if we're going that rate, but then kind of going by the quarter marks. But it's probably like a 2.5 for me. It's decent. It's like this drink. It's not terrible. It's not great. To me, of course, this is my opinion. I can understand why people are into it. You're not going to have a bad time watching it. You're not going to watch it and be like, that fucking sucked. you know? But that's the thing people don't understand about the critics. The critics are not really looking at it from a lens of, I want to have fun watching this. They're looking at it as a critic, so they're going to criticize story, acting, visuals in the case of this, and other things. That's what they're doing. Usually the users are more like, let's have fun first, and there's some critiques. It's mostly I'm trying to have fun. You're not looking at it through the same lens, right? I think a lot of people don't understand that. Now, of course, there's some critics that absolutely have their own agenda, and they're not going to give a movie. They're already biased out of the gate, and they kind of shit on it, and you're like, You kind of read a review, and you're like, yeah. But 2.5 out of 5 for old Super Mario Galaxy movie. I like the first one better, but it's gonna make a ton of money, and that's great. I'm also not one of those people where, like I said, I enjoyed it enough. I did not hate it, but there's people that don't like a movie that almost want to see it fail too, which is kind of stupid. But anyway, on Scream 7. That's right, 7 of these fucking movies. This one we watched last night. I'm in the same boat as this one. It's 2.5 out of 5. And there's things I liked about this too. Same thing. This movie moved as well, similar to Mario, and obviously Super Mario Galaxy movie and Scream are extremely similar franchises. Obviously, I'm kidding. Same thing, the movie moves well. Ethan Embry's got a part in this. It's always good seeing Ethan Embry and stuff. Check out, and it made me remember when I saw him, I was like, great show from, I think it might have been maybe 2000. It came out, Freaky Links, starring Ethan Embry. Great show that I need to rewatch. I only had one season. It kind of sucked. It's a paranormal type show. But it kind of sucked that it only got one season. I mean, I need to find that though and watch it. He's got a part. Nev Campbell's back. Courtney Cox pops up again. I won't talk about, if anybody talks about the Matthew Lillard stuff, I'm not going to get, that plays out the way it plays out. If you see the movie, you know, but that is serious spoiler territory. It's like all the other fucking Screams, right? Now, I will say this, and I said this to my fiance, I'm like, the way they're trying to explain the people that end up being the killers, like they try to explain this shit in these Scream movies, it's getting more and more ridiculous. The reasons why they're trying to kill and they're killing people. You're like, what the fuck? That was a letdown to me because it's just like, ooh, that's forced, in my opinion. It's like most of the other ones. It's the same shit. This one's a bit gorier, I think, than some of the other ones. There's a couple of nasty kills in there. McKenna Grace is in this. She is in everything now. Like, talk about her striking while the iron's hot. What is she even, like 25 years old? She's gonna have fucking $50 million in the bank before she's 30. She could retire. She's in every fucking movie. She's gonna be in Scoob, the new Scoob movie. Spoilers. She's not in this movie. She's not like the main attraction of this movie. She's not in a ton of it. But still, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, that freaking love story type movie she was in recently. I don't know the name of it. I think Dave Franco's in it as well. Allison Williams. She's in that. She was in the newer Ghostbusters that are not as new now, but those she was in. She's in the new Hunger Games, I think. She's like in everything. And hey, kudos to her. While you're hot, make a shit ton of that money. Although, for parts like Scream and kind of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, she's probably not getting a lot because it's not a massive part. But, same thing. It moved. It moved quickly. It was nice, well paced. Joel McHale's also in this one. The two, I think they're twins. They're supposed to be twins. They appeared first in Scream 5, and now they've made it into this one as well. They're kind of a little bit mainstays now. I don't say the same thing. It was decent. It wasn't great. It wasn't horrible. I think, like I said, I think the kind of reveal. And this has been a problem for me in Scream to begin with. The reveals are just getting more and more ridiculous. Soon it's just going to be like, yeah, you know, I bumped into her in the street once and she pissed me off, so I now want to kill her. Like, it's almost getting to the point, like, if you've ever seen Club Dread, the Broken Lizard movie from early 2000s, it's like a Scream type movie, a killer whodunit type movie. And there's the beginning part where they're kind of like, the guy's like, do you have any weed, man? And he's like, no, I can't give you any. And they do the slow kind of ominous music where he's like looking at him like that's going to be a reason for this guy to be the killer because this guy didn't give him any weed. This is how it's getting. It's getting like ridiculous in these Scream movies to why people are killing people. But it still has that meta humor that Scream has had since the beginning. Maybe a little much of it in this one. A little too much of it. But the problem is they're playing on those same beats too. This one uses a little more technology and stuff and is played into the story, which at least works a bit and gives it maybe some extra legs. But I think this franchise is kind of it's on a downward trajectory in my opinion. They're still enjoyable enough, but they ain't like hopping. One I need to watch again is 4. I think Scream 4 is the forgotten one because now you have these 3 and you have the original 3. And then Scream 4 landed in the middle, and there was gaps between those first 3 and 4, and then 4, and then these next 3. There's sizable gaps, actually. Well, there's because even Scream 3 was like 99 or 2000, right? And then I want to say, when was Scream 4? Was Scream 4 like a 2009? I gotta look this up real quick. I'm going a little long here, I apologize. And like I said, listen, I love when people say they like or hate a movie. It's always going to cause engagement. Like, no, you idiot, it's great. No, it sucks, you're wrong. But I wouldn't take my, 2011 Scream 4 was. So yeah, it was like huge gaps between, like 4 just came out, and it was going, oh, here's Scream 4. And then when did that, was it 22 Scream 5 came out? And like I said, I think maybe it was 11 years and almost 12 years ago. I think Scream 3 might have been 99 or 2000. Because they came out with them quick. Like the first one was 96, and then the second one I think was 97. And then maybe it was 99. And now they're putting them out a little closer now, too. 22, 4 years. There's been 3 of them. 4 or 5 years. Maybe it was 21 that it came out, the 5th one. Now, for those next 3, 5, 6, 7, the 5th one I like the best out of those. And the original's still my favorite. Scream 3 is probably the weakest. I would say, actually, this one's 7's probably the weakest of all of them. I don't know how I would rank them. Let's do a quick ranking. But 2.5 on this one as well, Scream 7. It's gory. It's got kills. It's still got that kind of meta humor that you can kind of take or leave after a while. It kind of sometimes gets a little annoying. Maybe it isn't as heavy on it, but... And they use newer technology to its advantage in the movie, which is nice. But like I said, the reveals, the killer's like motivations and stuff now in these movies is getting ridiculous. It's like, so like what? Because they're like running out of people that are like super close to Nev Campbell's character. But they work it well enough in this one, and like I said, but I don't know. Maybe you just start to get. It's kind of the same thing with the Halloweens and stuff. Although Halloween Ends is still, I can't do it. Halloween Ends on its own level of annoyance that Scream 7 is nowhere near. But yeah, 2 out of 5 for both of these movies out of 5. They're decent. They're worth watching. In my opinion, they're not fantastic, but they're nice little watches, and they move. They move well. They have a nice pace to them. You're not going to fall asleep. But yeah, just a couple of movie reviews there. Super Mario Brothers, both worth checking out. If you like the first Mario a lot, you're going to like the second one a lot. If you're into Scream, you might get a little annoyed by it, but you're still going to get enjoyment out of it. But yeah, what did I give this? A 6? I'm giving too many scores out here. I'm like forgetting what I 6 on this, 6 out of 10 on this Ice Vanilla Berry Red Bull Orange Donkey. It's my new drink. Orange Donkey will kick you in the nuts. A nice kick to the chest. If it doesn't give you energy, it will sure should kill you. And 2.5 out of 5 for Mario, and 2.5 out of 5 out of Scream 7. And thanks for checking this out, and have a good day.